everyone, thank you for joining me today. So our inspiration today, we are going to be working with these beautiful 3D embossing folders and stencils from Crafter's Companion. So this is the set, and we will be working with the hummingbird, and it's super easy, super fun, and really quick to make a beautiful card. So let's go ahead and get started. Now what you would need to do is it's going to come with, of course, a 3D embossing folder. So I've already embossed mine here, and I am using Spectrum Noir's ultra smooth white cardstock. So what you would then do is you're going to get two stencil layers. And how do you know which one is first? Is the stencil that has like the most detail. So as you can see, the body is connected and everything, and then here it looks like it's missing. That will always be your first one. And then if you look on the top of your packaging, you'll see that one is first as well. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to take the first one and you are going to line it up exactly, and just line it up exactly as close as possible. And then what you're going to do, what I recommend, is taking some low tack tape or some washi tape. I'm using Crafter's Companion low tack tape, and just tape down your work, because obviously we're going to be blending and coloring, and this is gonna kind of move a little, so just to secure it. And yeah, because this can lift, so you're gonna do that. And then what you would do is just take some inks of your choice, some paints or whatever you're going to use to color this in, and you would just color this in the first layer. Okay, so then for your inks, you can use cosmetic sponges, you can use your finger daubers, or if you have these applicators here, or whatever you use to apply your inks. I also have some of my favorites, which is Heartfelt Creations. These are little daubers as well, and these are precision, so like they're more pointed and triangular, so you can get a better precision. So whatever you're going to use, and just some ink. So I will be using some Distress Oxide from Tim Holtz, and I'm using Picked Raspberry for my first layer of my flower, and Mermaid Lagoon for my first layer of my bird. And then for my leaves, I'm going to be using Memento and Pear Tart. And then for my second layer, once you put your other stencil on, I'm going to be using this Diamond Paint in Lilac for my flower, and then the Pastel Blue for my bird. Okay, and then my other green Memento and Cottage Ivy. So we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm going to start with my bird first. So I'm just going to take this and Mermaid Lagoon, and I'm going to use my dabber here, and this is super fast. I have this little what do you call it? It's like a it's a desk from Origami that I just purchased, and I like the versatility of it and how convenient it is, but it shakes too much. As you can see, my camera's moving, so I'm not liking that. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish this top layer off camera, because I don't want to keep the stir. I'm gonna try to do this as slow as possible. Maybe it can help without moving the table so much. So as you can see, it's just super easy, and you do not have to use only one color. For your bird, you can use multiple colors if that's what you prefer. So for the little area there, I'm going to use my one of my little daubers to get into the top area up here. So just gotta be careful, because you can still reach into the other section. So I'm just going to do it as best I can. And then There we go. I think that looks good. And then I'm going to use this one. I have to be really careful to do this little area right here with the, let me see. I'm going to use, sorry for the noise. I'm going to use Tim Holtz. I'm going to use carved pumpkin. And let's see if I can get in there without coloring the flower. So almost. Kind of tough, these smaller edges, but okay, that's good enough for me. So there we go for my birdie, and I'm probably going to use like a pen or something to color the little eye. So then now you'll go in and you would do your plants, or you can go in whatever order you like. So I'm going to use my little precision, and I'm using Memento, and this is pear tart. So I'm just going to go in and color that in. And like I said, this is so fun and so quick and easy. And then let's see. Oh, I have my leaves here. I'm like, isn't there more green? So the only thing is you just got to be really careful so you're not blending other colors. So let me switch to this one here since that's a larger area. Let's kind of make it quicker. So yeah, so it's super easy. And so we'll finish the flower and move to the second one, and then we will be done with the coloring. So let's see. And then for my flower, I'm using picked raspberry. This is one of my favorite distress oxide colors. All right, so then you just go in and just color. So yeah, so about this little origami, I like origami products. I have a few, but this little table is just, it shakes too much. And I was writing earlier and it was shaking as I'm writing, and I'm just like, wow, I don't know what to do. And of course I already threw away packaging, and you know, because I was like, oh my god, as soon as I took it out the box, so I can't return it. It was only 99 bucks, and I'm not giving it a bad review. I'm just, it's not a 5-star, if that makes sense. And I did get this through HSN. So anyways, all right, so I'm gonna finish my flower a little more and I'll be right back. Okay, so for the second layer, what you're going to do is just release your tape, and we are going to be careful if you have ink on your fingers to not get it in the area that you want to show. So then you're going to take the second layer and you're just going to do the same thing. You're going to line it up. Okay, so just line it up, and it's not going to be like perfect. You're supposed to see like a white area because that's going to be the area that you're filling in to get that dimension. Okay, I think I got mine right. I'm trying to make it perfect. Okay, so I'm just going to use the same few pieces of tape from the first one. And now what I'm going to do is I am going to use some of this diamond paint. Okay, first let me finish my leaves, because I'm not going to use diamond paint for that. So I'm using Cottage Ivy and Memento, and I'm just going to go over my florals. Try not to let this touch my other colors. Okay. All right, and then now let's use some of that paint. So I am going to be using this one. This is the pastel blue. And what I recommend, it comes these, I show these on my haul video. They come with a palette knife. What I recommend is do not squeeze out too much at a time, because as far as I can see, you can't like put the what you don't use inside back in. So I would just do a little at a time. And I have already used a few colors of this, and I like this this diamond paint, glitter paint. What am I trying to say? I'm sorry, I went blank for a minute. I like it a lot. I would give it a 5-star. And I think I got 2 of the 3 colors that were available on HSN, and I think I'm gonna get the other color. I just don't remember if it's metallics. It might be a holiday color, I'm not sure. Even if it is holiday, I'm still gonna get it, because you know, you can always use your greens and reds or golds. So yeah, so you just fill in. And if you're not using like this or any type of paste, or you just use your regular ink. And then the good thing about this is that it dries only in 10 minutes. So it doesn't take a long time to dry. You don't need to let it sit overnight. So I like that as well. And like I said, just use a little at a time, because you can't get it, as far as I can see, you can't get it back into the packaging. So I would just be careful with that. And it's super easy. All you doing is just spread it over your stencil. Okay. And then now I am done with that color, so I'm just gonna close this up. And then I have let me get some paper towel. Not prepared. Okay, so I have some paper towel, and you just wipe it off. Obviously when you're finished with it, I would definitely recommend washing it with soap and water. And this one is lilac, and like I said, just squeeze out a little. And just fill in. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and finish this part, and I'll be back. Okay, so I'm done with the purple, and then for the little statements right there, I'm going to be using this one, and this is the orange color. And then we will release that and be done. So I'm just taking out a little, because this is such a tiny area. And like I said, just fill in the stencil areas. Okay, and then if I can, I'm not sure if I can get it where his little, right here, if I can kind of get it in, kind of tough. I'm pressing it in there, but I'm trying not to mix the purple color with it. I think I got as much as I can. Okay, so then now what we would do is just release this. So let me wipe this, and then we have to carefully release this. You can wait for it to dry, but I'm going to attempt to what I'm going to do is lift it first from my station, my little work area, And then now I'm going to release it. Okay, there we go. Okay, and this is how it looks so far. Obviously we're going to cut around these areas, so I'm going to let this dry for 10 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, so I am back and here is the finished product. So the ink took a little longer than 10 minutes to dry in some areas, like these areas where it's a little thicker. So a little, I gave it an extra 10 minutes. And then I just cut around it. If I didn't mention, these embossing folders are 5x7. So I just cut around the edges. As you saw, they were messy earlier. So you just cut around them, and then I cut out a 5x7 piece of mirror cardstock and just layered that on top. And I will layer this onto my card base. And then I also did this one, and this is this one here in the kit, the roses. And so I just did it with my inks, and then the yellow glitter diamond paint. So I think that's really pretty. Now you can still see some embossing detail. I don't know if you can see it, but there are like some diamond shapes, and yeah, you can see that. You can take your inks and color or fill those in, as well as this one. There's like this beautiful geometric shapes in the background, but I like it the way it is. You can also emboss this, just use the embossing folder by itself and just have a beautiful embossed top layer, and you know, or you can do more to these and just, you know, give it the works. But I just wanted to show you something basic and then use some of that diamond paint that I had bought on my HSN craft day. So I hope you guys like this. I hope you guys are inspired, and I will see you guys in another video. Thanks for joining me.